I feel stupid for even calling you trying to make you believe what I believe. Because I really believe that, fam. Nigga, I don't went against my own people trying to convince black people white people is good, homie. But all white people ain't bad. Why? I ain't never met a bunch of bad white people. So when I saw all white jewelry, I called you and told you, have no fear. White people ain't that bad. I had faith in that all white jewelry, didn't I?
X.
Didn't I? Man, listen, I feel horrible because I tried to strengthen your faith with my faith in white people, homie. I told you, man, that white jewelry go do right by us. I told you that, homie, and I believed it. I feel foolish. I feel stupid for even calling you trying to make you believe what I believe. Because I really believe that, fam. Nigga, I don't went against my own people trying to convince black people white people is good, homie. Only to look like a fool in such a case. It's hard to defend. It's hard to defend what we see, homie. When they defend the Chinese man, George Floyd laid on the ground, homie, and didn't flinch. And white people had no compassion for him. So why would I expect them to have compassion for a kid who has epilepsy, like an autistic kid? This kid has saved more children's lives as a kid unintentionally than he ever thrown a punch or had a fight.
What's happening? This is going to be from anti-black to pro-black. I saw Charleston White talk about this. That's why he's up there. I saw ABL talk about this. And of course, I've seen black people who have a sellout spirit, go the complete opposite way. But I've seen Candace Owens try to tiptoe to this. There are people, black people, who want to be America first, right? And part of being America first is becoming anti-black. And part of being anti-black is believing that American principles, aka white principles, are fair and just, and everything is cool, and it's not like back in the day type of situation. And you wind up with these people time and time again, because let me use ABL and Charleston White in this particular scenario. They actually thought that the people that they cater to, that they were actually principled people, that they actually stuck to if this is what it is, this is how it is supposed to be. It's like, no, those principles change with scenarios of race. So this concept of, oh man, these people are like this and they're gonna always be like this, and because they're good people, they're great people, they're wholesome people, they're God fearing, and it's like, yeah, okay, until you get smacked in the face with the inevitable of, oh, well, I mean, if it's like this for this person, it should be like that for that person. I don't understand it. You understand it. You very much so understand it. Plus that concept of, I didn't know this was going to happen to somebody that wasn't the stereotype. See, when you quote unquote a good Negro, there's going to be a different approach. And it's like, okay, you got to find out the hard way. I brought up Candace Owens earlier. I saw maybe last month or something like that, talking about how when she was making content and it was anti-black, yes, that's what we want. And she got paid for it. And then when she started making content that was anti-white, you're fired. I know people, when I say anti-white, it's Jewish. So, anti-Semitic, anti-white, same thing. Well, they ain't Semites, but that's a whole nother thing. But that happens. Just like, the vast, I saw a thing with Stephen A. Smith and I forgot the other guy. It's Brandon Tatum, Stephen A. Smith, and another guy. And Stephen A. Smith saw Brandon Tatum say he's American first, and he paused and he waited while Brandon Tatum and the other guy were going back and forth, and he was like, "What's wrong with being black and before American? Like, what's wrong with that?" And it's like that's when you've been riding the fence of over here, over there, and people swear that they're good, great people, and then it's like, okay, this family values and American beliefs and religious values, American to the core is basically anti-black. You'll hide behind God, you'll hide behind the flag, you'll hide behind patriotism, you'll hide behind everything, you know. But at the end of the day, you're just anti-black. And what happens from time to time, you get people who are just, let's just say, pro-America, who go, wait a minute, something wrong. Like, I remember ABL got into it with some of his fan base when he was talking about January 6th being wrong, and they was like, you don't understand. It's like, listen, and then it becomes like, hold up. See, you can't be a Republican, and you can't be a conservative, and you can't be so even a Democrat or a liberal, because if you say something that holds America to consistent standards, that's just kind of like, if going back to like Charlemagne the God, because I was about to say the Joe Biden line. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. It's like, yeah, you should have knew that was coming. But hey, it's good. It's good television. It's good entertainment, right? The other thing, um, and I've noticed this with these people where it's like, and pro-black might be too much when I say that, but let's just say shock value of a title. I'll do that. And I've seen this with other people who aren't black. I've seen white people have this. I've seen Hispanic people have this, you know, in my life, because the same injustices that happen to us um, wound up happening to other people, just in a different way. You know, it was a young Hispanic kid, young man who got killed by the police a week ago out here in Houston, maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but he was with his friends working out, and then he got in the car, went home. And I hate to say this, I think because he was Hispanic, I think his friends were black. So it was like the cops saw him and started stalking, and he wound up killing the young man. That's just, if I'm correct on how it goes. But that's when people go, oh, so that's how it is out here. Same thing. Um, Thinking about a fatal stabbing. Some of y'all might not know this, but there are like multiple cases in Texas. Y'all got the Carmelo Anthony thing, but there are multiple cases. There's the one case in Allison. There's another one like Adam something. Adamson. His last name's Adamson. It's another cat. And when people see this stuff and they go, wait a minute, something's off. And I bring that up because I remember the case in Allison thing. The kid got charged, got sentenced to 10 years, but I think they're trying to break it to 2, but that's not the important part of this story. The important part of the story is the mother was like, that's it? Like, this is what we do? That's the justice we get? And it's like, yeah. And now I get to talk about like the white people. You've seen plenty of stories where white boys have went all uh, Sodom and Gomorrah on women. Let's do that. And or gotten to a hell of a lot of trouble often, and they do it to other white people, and people go, okay, this person's going to pay. Yeah, yeah. And then slap on the wrist. And it's like, wait a minute. Because these people even do that when they've been, anti-black. They're like, yo, because a lot of y'all don't really grasp this concept, but even non-black people gauge how they're getting treated in America by racism. I say it that way. Like if a black person did that, I know they would. Oh, so this fool get okay. I get what it is now, and that's how you wind up going from anti-black to quote unquote pro-black at times because it's like it is unfair, it is unjust, it is hypocritical, it is inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even I'm not really talking about the Carmelo thing, but that's what I'm using because of Charleston. But here's the thing: even with this, let me expand on that. Even with this concept where it looks like the tape that people have seen that now is going to get squashed and people can't see it, which says a lot for even the people who are pro, let's just say Austin Metcalf, or pro justice or revenge, however you want to see it. Even they know. Wait a minute now. With all these things that happen publicly and on camera, how come we don't have camera footage of this? It's like, yeah, how come there's not? How come they're squashing camera footage of this? Yeah, and then and even the people that are anti-black, they start asking questions like, "Yo, no, I don't know if I could take your word for it now because normally, like Kyle Rittenhouse, you saw the camera. The case in Allison thing, you saw it on camera. And the Jordan Neely thing, you saw it on camera. Of course, George Floyd, you saw it on camera. What is you guys' name? Luigi Mangione, you saw it on camera. Heck, Columbine, you saw on camera to a degree. You know, but now when this stuff like this happens, I can't see it. I don't understand. It's like, yeah, that's how people go from, anti-black to pro-black. Not to mention, um, when people start feeling like, not feeling like, but when people start to get tired of the disrespect and being used and the insults, then it becomes a, you know what? Nah, I can't be over here no more. Can't do it. I can't do it because a lot of times why people call people sellouts is because you sold yourself. You sold yourself into slavery by how can I say this? Allowing yourself to be bought by unscrupulous people who you knew were going to use you for a racist agenda. And for some people, in the beginning, it's not a big deal, but after a while, it catches up with them. Now, the people that are, and I say this way, usually anti-black people who have a black family, they come back faster than anti-black people who have a interracial family. They only get pro-black when their kids start getting treated with racism, and they try to ignore it until they just can't anymore. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Tell me what you think. Catch you on the next one. Peace.